Dave Campbell's Texas football here at the Next Level Athlete Texas Top 100 that just wrapped up in Houston, Texas. Ashley Pickle alongside Greg Powers. Powers, overall thoughts, pretty successful day.
I'm going to take a nap on the ride home, definitely. A lot of good players came out to Houston today, over 140 of the top athletes in the area. Some really impressive showings top to bottom. Every position group was really balanced and really evened, and I think the MVP selection this year was probably as tight as it was at some positions that we've ever had in years past. But there were definitely some guys who stood out in those top groups.
Fixing to say, give me a top three just from all the different groups. What were probably the three most impressive players you saw here today?
Well, I'm going to start at the running back position. Okay, for the first time in history, Next Level Athletes selected a freshman for the MVP honor, and that was Rueben Owens from El Campo. And he really shined when it came to one-on-one time, when he was able to flash his ability as a wide receiver, as a pass-catching running back. Jadon Blue was tremendous. It was a very tight race, and one of the most impressive-looking guys you'll ever see. But what really separated the guys out, I think, from the beginning of the camp to the end of the camp was the dedication and the drill work at the beginning that Rueben showed. And for a freshman to come in alongside some of these other top players and do that was very impressive, and especially with the coaches that were working with him. He was their unanimous selection.
Right.
So it was impressive for him to walk away with that honor. Schools are already starting to take notice. He picked up an Oklahoma offer this week, so
which isn't bad as a freshman.
No, not terrible. El Campo's got 3 running backs. I think they all come back next year, so they will share the load. But big things ahead for Rueben Owens for sure.
Absolutely aggressive. His footwork was very, very impressive. Okay, so the freshman pulling up the MVP for the running back position. Next one, who else impressed you?
Well, I think you could say best player maybe at the camp is going to come down to the next 2 players that we talk about. Kelvin Banks on the offensive line was dominant from start to finish. He's already made a decision to commit to Oklahoma State, but I don't think that's going to slow down schools from recruiting him whatsoever. He's going to end up being one of the best guys when it comes time to do rankings for his class. He's going to rate at the top of the list. A true offensive tackle prospect potentially, but also looks like he has the size that he could develop into a different position on the interior as well.
He has size. Let me tell you, but I was watching the drills over here and I was like, he's like a brick wall. Like, you cannot get past him. It was very, very impressive.
Talking with the O-line coach here, Doug Smith, I mean, there wasn't even a pause. Walk up to see who his MVP was, and I think you knew instantly.
Absolutely. Right. That does not surprise me at all, but you got one spot left. Who's pulling up the third seed for possibly the best player here?
A guy we've been high on for a while. He's been in the last 2 DCTF Rising magazines. Dylan Goffney from Cypress Bridgeland. He's a receiver who has tremendous hands. The ball gets there and it sticks to him. He's a great route runner, very humble, goes through each drill and really tries hard in each and every route. And one of the top players here, regardless. I can't remember all of his offers off the top of my head, but it's not enough. That's what I know. I mean, I think he has in that 5 to 10 range. He should have 25 offers. He's that good. And I think schools will see him in the spring evaluation period, and his list will certainly take off. Cypress Bridgeland is a team on the rise. They have a lot of talent, and I think next year is the first year that they'll have seniors on their team. So they're going to get better and better.
Absolutely. Well, just quite a showing all around here from Houston. We're not done yet. We've got Dallas tomorrow at South Lake Carroll. Excited for that one?
We're ready to go.